Back in the 1980s, I remember watching the Super Bowl from an EMS station, and across town another crew was watching that same game. The crew across town was dispatched to handle one of their chronic patients. EMS people call them frequent flyers because EMTs often respond to the patient's residences and often find non-life-threatening problems. Well, this crew decided they were going to watch the last of the game and took an extra 10 minutes to get to their ambulance. Unfortunately, the patient died before they arrived, and the crew got in big trouble. Lesson 3 will look at the EMT's duty to respond. We will also look at Good Samaritan laws. Do a Google search and check out lessons 1 and 2. There's also quizzes to go along. In the first video, we looked at the EMS system, which consists of the hospitals, ambulance organizations, and trained ambulance crew members. The medical director helps set up protocols and standing orders, and a process for ensuring quality care is administered. First responders are generally the first on the scene and can perform patient assessment and stabilize the patient until others arrive. The EMT Basic learns all the skills of the first responder, but in a little bit more detail. The EMT Basic learns how to administer epinephrine and inhaled medication in instances of emergencies. The EMT Intermediate has all the skills of the EMT Basic, but also learns how to initiate an IV and place an endotracheal tube into a patient. Finally, the EMT Paramedic, with all the basic skills, IV therapy, and advanced airway, can also interpret EKGs and administer a variety of emergency medications. And remember the National Registry, the organization that helps ensure quality standards for certification. And remember, you can Google the first lesson or go to my EMT class site for news and other lessons. The way EMS people should deal with a major emergency involving deaths is Critical Incident Stress Debriefing, or CISD. Debriefing and diffusing should be provided as soon as possible. Body Substance Isolation, or BSI, is similar to universal precautions. EMTs will be exposed to tuberculosis, mumps, influenza, and MRSA, and they should protect themselves with hospital gowns, medical gloves, masks, and safety glasses. OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, requires all EMTs to wear devices to protect eyes, mouth, nose, and respiratory systems from diseases. I was a little sorry for the EMTs involved in the incident during the Super Bowl, but not a lot, because EMTs should act in an appropriate manner. The crew had a duty to act. Even though they would have missed the end of the Super Bowl, they were responsible to respond to an emergency and administer appropriate care. Now, appropriate care means they should have performed the medical tasks they were trained to perform. When they did not respond appropriately, this constituted a breach of duty to act, and they were held accountable. For EMTs, this can result in monetary damages and possible loss of certification. Good Samaritan laws are something associated with duty to act, but they're designed to protect individuals without a duty to act. Let's assume an EMT has come across an accident scene and decides to stop and help. Good Samaritan laws want to encourage EMTs to stop and help by offering protection against possible lawsuits that can result. Good Samaritan laws vary from jurisdiction to jurisdiction and state to state. So whatever state you live in, do a Google search and find out more about what the laws are in your state. In summary, EMTs must respond to all emergencies as if a life is on the line and should administer the care covered by their EMT class. Do a Google search and check out lessons 1 and 2. There's also quizzes.